Hi, so I've been gone again.
I wouldn't be here if I didn't get it unscrewed, so I got it unscrewed. I'm back.
Got the cap.
Yeah, so life hit hard, and long story short, I'm well, and I'm ready to make a comeback. At least let's hope. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing good, and it's a pleasure to see this channel once again. My video ideas that I was going to do became scrapped because someone else beat me to it. But, not to worry, I've been thinking of things to cook up. I'm going to try to do something different for this video and add some fun into it. I hope you guys like the video. I've been looking for things to talk about. I came across the pop culture chat Reddit. There was a post for things that freaked you out as a child and media, and I felt intrigued. This kind of relates to my Disturbing Kids shows video, but there's plenty of things I didn't mention. I can understand Mr. Meaty, but people were scared of Flat Stanley? First thing you'll see is the thumb people from Spy Kids. I've seen Spy Kids a couple times when I was younger, but I understand growing up and seeing one of these things. But we're not going to talk about this dude. Then he speaks Animalese from Animal Crossing. Little ugly ass mother. The walrus from Pingu is terrifying. If I saw this thing when I was younger, I'd be scared too. This episode was also placed on an official ban, and I can understand why. Imagine watching this at night. This one was actually surprising. FBI warnings will be silent and you wouldn't think much of it, but as a kid you would think the FBI is after you or a family member.
FBI, open up!
But nah, I mean obviously the FBI won't get you as a kid, or they could. Flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. Now I can understand this, but I never was scared. But you know, the red people from The Wiz terrified me. I don't remember the names, but this man, he's a menace. Man would stalk Dorothy and wherever she went, and until they got the line and went to the subway, his ass comes down there with these two red things coming out of his fucking jukebox. Then they start fucking getting bigger and bigger and chasing them throughout the subway. And then the whole subway turns into monstrosities that tries to kill them or try to eat them. I'm like, what is this movie? Nah, on a real note though, I really appreciate this movie for black representation. I am a fellow African American and this version of Wizard of Oz was good, but rest in peace to most of the cast members in this, especially you, Mike. You're a genius, man. I always look up to you. Don't get me started on Return to Oz, cause what in the actual hell were these people on? I can give you a couple examples on why this movie is fucked up. Dorothy gets electroshock therapy, Pumpkinhead Jack, and this lady switches heads with rooms of heads. Oh nah, I'm gonna need to pray to Jesus. Don't get me started on Large Marge. This woman was on screen for only 2 minutes and managed to get this embedded into young brains. R.I.P. Pee-wee. We all love Willy Wonka.
You see, I'm something of a magician, inventor, and chocolate maker. So quiet up and listen down. Nope, scratch that, reverse it.
No, not that Willy Wonka. The Gene Wilder version to be exact. I do like Johnny Depp's interpretation on the character as well, as with this movie, the story went in depth with the original book. Back to Gene though, this man is the definitive Willy Wonka in a lot of minds, but don't get too blinded. When they were rowing their boat to the next location, this man starts saying this strange poem, and not only that, it gets even messed up as it progresses, and man oh man, this scene was unhinged. Imagine that one parent watching this in theaters with their eyes widened just to see their child smiling at it.
You ever get the feeling something really bad is about to happen?
Now this I was scared of. I remember being like, Mom, can I watch Cars? She said yes, and I went to go sit down and watch it, and man, when I heard the logo, I jumped in the head. You might think that's funny, but nah, I was traumatized. I just wanted to see Lightning McQueen. I think everyone can agree that
Return the slime.
Scary. I wasn't even alive when this show was on, and I can understand the fear that came when this 3D looking monstrosity came into frame. All Eustace had to do was give bro back his artifact. That's why he warned you by suffering his curse. Everyone knows SpongeBob, and you might be thinking, why would SpongeBob scare anybody? Boy oh boy, I got a treat for you. First off, let's talk about the butterfly episode. Sandy has SpongeBob and Patrick take care of her caterpillar Wormy, and they just bond with the guy until he turns into a butterfly. And you might be thinking, well, he's just a butterfly. Yes, he is, but they literally have this dude fly on people and then show a close-up of a butterfly buzzing. This man literally causes havoc upon Bikini Bottom. But you know, Sandy comes and helps in the end as usual. Before I get into what scared me from the show, like genuinely, did you know that people were literally scared of the end credits of the show? You know. Now, I wasn't scared of this, but many people were. I can understand why, by it sounding eerie or the bass, but overall I never thought of it as a creepy concept. If anything, I thought it was chill. Anyways, the SpongeBob episode that scared me was the goddamn gorilla. SpongeBob sits in his house all day wanting to be indoors, and Patrick and Sandy try to convince him to come out, but nothing works until Sandy gets the idea to have Patrick dress like a gorilla and attack her, making SpongeBob come to save her. It doesn't work because SpongeBob knows it's his Halloween costume. Then another Patrick comes and they know it isn't him, but instead a literal gorilla. This motherfucker zips himself out of and then he just starts beating Patrick and Cindy up, causing SpongeBob to come out, and he gets split in half, and SpongeBob asks him, how was he breathing underwater? What's causing him to say, they're onto us, and a zebra appears and they run into the sunset and it says the end. Yeah. So I don't know what the creators of the show was on, but it's funny now, but when I was younger, I was terrified. Now onto some honorable mentions. Michael Jackson's Thriller music video. Once I seen the music video, I was scared horribly. The dancing and everything is great now, but when I was a kid, I was going through it. It's the way that the zombie makeup looked and like how old the music video is. Bro, back up! The Grinch. I ain't talking about the old classic cartoon or the 2018 remake. I'm talking about Jim Carrey's Grinch. This movie is one of my favorite Christmas movies, but when I was younger, he terrified me crazy. I remember I was looking through my aunt's movie collection, and once I saw The Grinch, I had screaming through that DVD box. My siblings would tease me about it badly to where Cindy Lou was singing "Where Are You Christmas" song. Yeah, you know the song. I was crying, and it wasn't even the Grinch's voice. Springtrap from Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm a huge FNAF fan, and I wasn't really caring about security leaks, but I like watching Corey play it. Speaking of Corey, congratulations, I'm late, I know. You know that Springtrap is William Afton, aka Purple Guy, and the fact that his jump scare isn't scary like the other games, he scared me. I don't want to even get into the lore. And one more thing, not even going into a lot of detail, creepypastas were my thing back then, and Jeff the Killer and Slenderman were beyond horror.